Hi, and welcome. So today we're gonna be doing something a little different. So while I'm sitting here farming, I'm gonna play Dungeons and Dragons with an AI, and I thought it just might be interesting. So I've already created my character, and we've talked a little bit, and we're just gonna see how it goes. So, with no further ado, Dungeon Master, I'm ready.
Fog. Thick, cloying fog. Wet wool against your skin, muffling the gulls overhead. You're stood outside the Drowned Rat, Ashenreach's worst tavern, boots on slimy cobbles. A hooded man steps out, just a shadow in grey, and whispers, "Need coin?" His voice is gravel. "My sister's taken. Lighthouse. Cultists. You in?" He smells like brine and fear. Your hand drifts, without thinking, to the hilt of your dagger. What do you say, Raven?
Well, first I want to read him a little bit and see if it's just watch his eyes and see if he's telling me the truth or not.
Make an insight roll.
I roll.
15. Under the hood, his eyes are bloodshot, tired, but not shifty. Whatever's happened, he's desperate. Not lying, just leaving things out. You catch him swallow. His fingers drum against the wood of his sleeve. "Look," he says, "I can't do this alone. 10 gold now, 20 when she's safe. Just say yes."
Okay, what's your name, friend? Because I don't do business with strangers, but I am interested. I do need some extra coin.
Calls himself Torrin. He eases the hood back, just enough. Scar like a lightning bolt down one cheek, eyes like winter pools. "Torrin. And you're?" He studies your face, the way you carry yourself, like a knife wrapped in silk. A gull screams overhead. "Look, the less we say the better. Inside, too many ears." He shoulders open the tavern door, warmth spilling out. You follow?
First, I pull the hood over my head and I kind of uh, duck a little bit, and I try to follow. I follow his footsteps.
Make a stealth check to blend in.
I roll.
19. You melt into the doorway's shadow. Torrin doesn't even glance back. He just assumes you're there. Inside, the tavern's a haze of pipe smoke and sour ale. Dice rattle, cards slap. Someone vomits behind the bar. Torrin weaves, left, right, until he drops into a booth at the back. He waits. You join him. "Name?" he repeats, voice low. "And before you answer, trust me. Or don't. Just know, if we do this, we vanish by dawn."
Let's just go by the name that you heard that they called me. Call me Raven for now. That's fine.
Raven. He mouths it like he's tasting the word. "Good. Suits you." He leans in. "Sister's name's Mira. They took her yesterday. Old lighthouse at the cliffs. Rumor says they want a sacrifice by sunrise." His knuckles are white around a mug. "Mira and I, we're all that's left. Parents drowned years back. If she dies," his voice cracks, just once. "Look, I know you're good. I saw you pickpocket that merchant outside. Clean work. You can get in, get her out. I'm no good at that." He pushes a pouch across. 10 clink. Half now. Rest when it's done. He pauses. She's only 16.
I carefully sweep the coin into my pouch.
The clink of coin is swallowed by the tavern din. You pocket it. Feel it settle against your thigh like an old friend. Torrin watches. "Good. Meet me at the docks, midnight. We'll approach quiet. And Raven?" He looks down. "If anything happens to her, I swear." Then he's up, melting back into the crowd. The door creaks open. Cold air rushes in, and he's gone. The tavern feels smaller. What do you do?
So how long until sunrise? Sunset for me right now. How long is it gonna be?
Sunset tonight's at 6:50, about 10.5 hours from now.
Okay. So I'll call the barmaid over.
She shuffles up, wiping hands on an apron that used to be white. Ale? Room? We ain't got stew.
No ale. I'll have a coffee, and yes, I do need a room for tonight. But also, I'm new to town. I need to know where your nearest apothecary is. I have something coming up, and I need some supplies.
The barmaid sniffs. Coffee? We got chicory brew if that'll do. She points a knobbly finger to a greasy stare at the back. Room three's yours. 2 silver. Paid in advance. She wipes her hands again. Apothecary? Turn left on the main drag, past the fishmonger, then second right. Smells like cat piss. That's him. She turns to go, then pauses. You're the third person Torrin's spoken to today. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Insight check.
Make an insight roll.
I roll.
12. She's not lying, but she's nervous, worried. The way her hands tremble before she stuffs them into her apron. What kind of trouble you in, love? She whispers. Torrin, he's marked. And not just by the guild. Her eyes flick to the door. Those cultists, they come in here too. And last one who helped him, found him floating face down in the harbor this morning. Don't trust his sister's story. Don't trust anything he says. She shivers. But if you're set on it, maybe buy some healing salve, the kind with willow bark, for when it goes wrong. Then she's gone, melting back behind the bar.
So since those suspicious characters are still in the bar, what I'll do is I'll leave and I'll go towards the apothecary because I don't want to go to my room and then they know where I am. So yeah,
Make a,
I'll just try to get out the bar as quick as I can to go to the apothecary.
make a stealth roll.
I roll.
16. You blend perfectly with the crowd. One more hooded shape weaving between tables. Nobody even glances up. Outside, the fog is thicker now, curling around your ankles like a cat. You turn left as the barmaid said. Fishmonger's stall reeks of salt guts. And second right. And there, a crooked sign that says, Moss and Mortar, in flaking paint. The door creaks open. Inside, shelves of dried herbs, jars of wriggling things, and a woman behind the counter, silver hair in braids, eyes like green glass. She doesn't look up. Just browsing, or just dying.
I uh I reach into my cloak and I grab a silver coin that has the symbol of the Thieves Guild on it, and I put it back in my cloak real quick.
Her eyes, sharp as scalpels, catch the glint of silver. A flicker. Old guild. She finally meets your gaze. You're a long way from home, elf. She steps around the counter, slow. I was Master Wren, trained you lot in poisons. You? A pause. Or were you one of the smart ones who got excommunicated? Her voice drops to a whisper. Because if you did, I might have a use for a rogue who's already written off. She holds out a vial, deep violet, stoppered with wax. Healing draft. Cures poison, closes cuts, tastes like roses and regret. 1 gold. And for you, half price. But she leans in. You owe me a favor. Nothing big. Just listen.
I reach into my cloak again and grab the same silver coin. I show her the symbol, but I flip the coin to the other side and it has an X on the back of it, and I put it back in my cloak. I carved an X in the coin.
Her whole posture changes. Shoulders square, chin lifts. You're X'd. She says it like a prayer. Guild's death mark, same as mine. She snaps her fingers. A back curtain parts, revealing a narrow stair that descends into warm, herb-scented dark. Come. No one's watching us now. Downstairs, racks of powders, tiny cages with bats sleeping in them. A single candle. She uncorks another vial. Clear, oily, glowing faintly blue. This isn't on shelves for tourists. Invisible oil. Lasts 3 hours, then burns off. Rub on your face, palms, anywhere skin shows. They'll walk right past you. She sets it beside the violet potion. 2 favors. Or 1 big one. Tomorrow at dusk, bring me a drop of blood from whatever's in that lighthouse. Don't ask what I need it for. Don't need to. She eyes you. Deal?
I wanna I want to insight check her, but I also want to look around the room. Do I see any cultist insignias anywhere or anything like that? Do I sense that she's a cultist in any way, either by looking around the room and seeing cultist insignias, or by just by looking at her demeanor in general?
Make an insight roll. Once.
I roll for insight.
23. Nothing in the room screams cult. No tentacles carved into the wood. No symbols painted in blood. If anything, her shelves are crammed with anti-curse wards, silver bells, iron nails, bundles of wolfsbane. She catches you staring and gives a bitter laugh. Ah, I left the deep ones years ago. They drowned my husband for refusing to feed the tide. She turns the vial so the blue light dances on her face. Trust me, if I wanted to sell you out, you'd already be tied to a rock. I'm offering help because I hate them more than you ever could. Take the oil, take the potion, and tomorrow, bring me proof I was right about that lighthouse. She holds out both vials. Her hand doesn't shake. Your call, X mark.
What do you know about Torin? And then I'll agree to your proposition.
Torrin's a name, Irish, Gaelic roots, means from the hills or little thunder. Not a person in my memory banks, though I suppose it could be a stage name, or one of us. But as for this one, he's desperate, terrified, and he's lied about plenty. His sister might exist, might not. The guild excommunicated me too, same mark on your coin, so I'm betting he's running from the same dog. Oh, yet. And if tomorrow, at least make sure they do too.
Okay, I'm sorry you cut out a little bit, but show me your coin.
I don't have one. I carved mine into a chunk of driftwood years ago, tossed it into the sea. But here, she reaches under the counter, pulls out a tiny brass charm on a leather cord. Same thieves' cant scratches as on yours. A key crossed by 2 knives. On the back, an X, burn scorched. They took this off me the night they marked me. Never knew what to do with it. Maybe you should keep it. She dangles it. Proof we're both ghosts now, or soon will be.
I put the trinket into my pouch and I grabbed the 2 vials and I put them on my belt. Okay, you got a deal.
She nods once. Good. Now go, before they come sniffing. Upstairs, the fog has thickened to soup. You step outside. The bell above the door gives a tiny chime, muffled by mist. Torrin's meeting you at midnight, still hours away. The tavern's back door is just across the alley. Those cultists could still be in there. Or you could tail them, or slip back to the room you rented. Or the wind carries a bell's toll from the harbor. 1 chime. 8 bells till sunset. Where do you go, Raven?
Um, well, I'm gonna kind of pull my hood up, and I'm gonna sit down about across the way from the bar, and I'm gonna act like a beggar. So I'm gonna be moving back and forward, and just looking down. but also looking at the front door of the bar and see if I see those cultists come out. And if they do, I'll follow them stealthily.
Make a performance roll first. Convince the fog in the streets you're just another nobody.
I roll.
17. The fog is your stage. You slump against the wall, knees up, hood swallowing your face, mutter nonsense in a cracked voice. Spare coppers. Cold night. A dock worker tosses you a bent penny without looking. Perfect. Minutes stretch. Then, door creaks. 3 figures spill out. Cloaks heavy with damp. No hoods now. Faces sharp in lantern light. One spits in your direction. The coin glints in the muck. They head left, toward the lighthouse.
I tried to study that face, even though I got a quick glimpse at it. I just want to kind of study it a little bit so I can know who it is.
Make a perception roll.
I roll.
22. One face burns into your memory. A man with a crooked nose, like someone slammed a door on it years ago, and lips too thin, always curled in suspicion. A scar runs from his ear to collarbone, visible above the cloak. He limps on the left, boot wears heavier. He's the one who spat. They're talking low. You catch fragments. Torrin's mark. Blood for the tide. And a laugh like breaking bones. They're heading out of town, straight for the lighthouse. They're faster than you. If you want to stay hidden, you'll have to cut across the marshy field on your right. Shorter, but wet. And you hate wet boots. Do it?
No, but I still want to try to follow them. I know where the lighthouse is, right? So I'll follow them. But if they leave my sight, I still want to go scope out the lighthouse. You know, just to get my bearings and see if I can make a plan on where I'm gonna enter tonight.
Make a stealth roll.
I roll.
16. You stick to the shadows, boots whispering on cobble. Every time they turn a corner, you freeze, then glide on. They don't look back. The road climbs, wind picks up, carrying sea salt and rot. Ahead, the lighthouse, abandoned 20 years ago, black stone streaked with gull shit, lantern dark. They duck through a side door you didn't know existed. Creaks, then silence. You're 30 yards off, crouched in scrub. From here, you see. Main door, bolted, iron. Broken window, 3rd floor. Vine covered, but climbable. Rooftop hatch, ajar. Looks loose, but 30 feet up. And the side door they used, still swinging. Waves crash below. Fog rolls in like breath. Torrin won't be here till midnight. You've got, what, 8 hours? Due. 1. Try that window now. See how easy it is? 2. Circle around. Look for guards, patrols, anything. 3. Back off. Plan with Torrin later. Or something else entirely.
So I'll kind of do number 2, but instead I just want to stay where I'm at. And then for a little bit, and if I see and if there are any guards, I want to look for any patterns, and if not, then I'll do the circle around, and then we'll just go from there. So I just kind of want to just keep on scoping the lighthouse out, and I'm also listening to see if I hear any woman's voice inside of the lighthouse.
Make a perception roll.
I roll.
28. The wind dies, just for a heartbeat, and you hear it. A girl's voice, thin as paper, drifting from the top floor. Please, I just want my brother. Then a male laugh, crooked nose. You'd know it anywhere. He'll come, little fish. And when he does, we'll gut you both in front of him. Tradition. Silence. No footsteps on the perimeter. No guards. Just waves. And something else. A low, wet gurgle, like water down a drain. coming from beneath the lighthouse. They know you're not coming yet, but they're waiting. From here, you can see the entire place is basically two towers fused together. Lower tower, basement level, barred vents. Smells like seaweed and iron. Main tower, spiral stairs inside, no light on lower floors. Top, lantern room, glass shattered. Mira's voice came from there. One thing's clear. If you go in tonight with Torrin, they'll be ready. Do you keep listening, move in, or back off before Crooked Nose feels eyes on his back? Your call.
Okay, I want to back off and head towards the bar, but I'm also looking to see if there's any job boards posted anywhere. What I'm looking for on the job board is to see if there's maybe somebody who could help me. So I'm looking for like another rogue type that's looking for work, somebody who could get in and get out real quick to make a little coin.
Make an investigation roll.
I roll.
11. The town is small. Job postings are either nailed to the bar's crooked notice board, mostly lost cat and need rat catcher, or whispered in alleys. But on the back of the notice board, half torn, rain smudged, you spot fresh thieves' cant. Need light feet, lighter hands. Midnight. Alley behind apothecary. Bring coin. It's dated tonight. That's all. No face, no name. Just the same X'd out symbol you wore in your pocket earlier. Someone else out here needs work, and probably hates the guild too. Do you head there now, or wait till closer to midnight?
No, I'll head there now because that girl is potentially in danger. So I need to hire this person quick, and we need to get moving as fast as possible. So I'll head there now.
Make a perception roll. You want to be sure you're not followed.
I roll.
20. No one trails you. The alley behind the apothecary is a dead end choked with crates and old barrels. You step between them, quiet as fog, and wait. 1 minute, 2. Then a soft scrape, leather on stone. A figure drops from a gutter above. No rope, just cat grace. She lands crouched, half elf, short-cropped raven hair, twin daggers strapped thigh-high, freckles like star map across sharp cheekbones. Her eyes, green gold, meet yours. No surprise. Just appraisal. You the one who scratched the X on Ren's door earlier, she whispers. Or are you another ghost? She smiles. Small, crooked, dangerous. Name's Ilara, and if you're here for work, I've got your back. But coin first. 5 gold. And what's the job?
I quickly tell her about the job and how urgent it is, and I slide the 5 gold to her, and I say, but I also show her my coin, and I say, I need to see yours before we start.
Make an insight roll.
I roll.
15. She flips her own coin, identical to yours. Same crude X, carved deep. Guild left us both for dead, she says, voice soft. Good. Means I don't have to waste time proving I'm not bait. She pockets the gold, steps closer. Close enough you smell pine needles and steel. So, lighthouse, cultists, a girl to rescue before sunrise. She rolls her shoulders. I've been watching them too. 3 on perimeter tonight, 1 inside with the girl. Crooked Nose is the worst, likes to play with knives. But the real thing? She glances up, toward the cliffs. You feel it? Something wet under that tower. Like it's breathing. A pause. I'm not in love with heroes, Raven, but I hate bullies, and I need the coin. Her fingers brush yours. Just a moment. Lead the way, but if it goes south, I'm pulling you out. Don't argue. She melts into shadow ahead of you, waiting. You'll move.
I stealth.
Make a stealth roll, both of you.
I roll.
18 for you, 22 for Ilara. You move like mist together. Past the bar, she glances at the door, smirks. Those idiots are still drinking. Past the apothecary, no sign of Ren, but a small lantern glows in her window like a wink. Down the cliff path, Fog thickens, salt on your lips. The lighthouse looms, blacker against blacker sky. Elara drops a hand on your shoulder, points. One cultist pacing the base, lantern swinging. Another on the roof, silhouette against stars. Third, inside, no. From below, that wet sound again, like a sigh from underwater. Elara leans in, breath warm on your ear. Window or roof, she murmurs. Or do we swim? Her eyes glint. She's enjoying this. And somewhere up there, Mira's voice, muffled. Crying now. Clock's ticking, Raven.
I quickly take out the invisible vial and I start rubbing it on all my exposed parts and I say, "Here, rub this on you. No swimming. We need to go. Quickly."
Elara raises an eyebrow, but doesn't question. Just takes it, uncorks, rubs across wrists, neck, even licks a dab off her thumb. Smart. Renzoil, yeah? A second later, she vanishes. You hear her voice anyway. Right, roof then. You first. You both ghost up the cliff path, unseen. The guard on the base doesn't turn. He's staring out to sea, as if listening. You climb the crumbling stone stairs built into the rock. The wind howls. Elara's hand finds yours. Only way she can guide you now. Last step, she whispers. You reach the roof. The hatch is already unlatched. Probably how they get supplies in. Below, lantern light flicking up spiral stairs. Two voices, male, arguing. One says, "Quiet, she's ours." Mira sobs. Elara's fingers squeeze. Down. She lets go. You feel the air shift. She's right behind you.
I take my daggers out and get ready.
You feel the cold steel settle in your palms. Familiar weight. Below, footsteps, heavy, ascending. Elara's voice, a breath. One coming up the ladder. Other two below. Applause. 3 breaths. She counts them. On 1, you see boots appear. On 2, you hear the creak. On 3, you strike. Roll initiative.
I roll.
12 for you. 14 for Elara. The cultist holds himself through the hatch, torch in one hand, sword in the other. He sees nothing. You see everything. Scraggly beard, guild ring on his finger. You recognize it. One of the enforcers who kicked you out. The cultist freezes, sniffs. Do you smell roses? Elara answers for you. Yeah, that's your doom. Her dagger flashes, neck deep. He gurgles, drops. Your turn. Next one's coming up the ladder fast. You hear Mira scream, "No, stop!" Elara kicks the corpse aside, already moving down the stairs. "Raven, go!" The ladder creaks, second cultist rising, knife drawn. Do you stab down or drop behind him? You still have surprise.
Then I'll drop behind him. And I'll put the dagger to his neck and I say, "Quiet now." And I do non-lethal damage to knock him out.
Make a sleight of hand roll, quiet and clean.
I roll.
15. You move like water. He never hears the whisper of your blade, just feels the cold kiss at his throat. "Quiet now," you hiss. He freezes, eyes wide, breath hot against your wrist. You twist the pommel. He slumps, limp as wet rope. Elara glances back, impressed. Show off.
I
You both descend.
I quickly grab my dagger and I carve an X into his ring and I say, "He's the guild's problem now."
The ring comes off easy, blood-slick fingers useless on him. You press the tip of your dagger in, drag a neat X across the silver. He's the guild's problem now. Elara snorts. Poetic. Also stupid. If he wakes up, he knows it's you. But she's smiling. Mira's still cowering in the corner, wrists bound, mouth gagged with a rag that smells like fish oil. Eyes huge, silver like torrents. She sees you, tries to speak. Elara cuts the gag. "Please, Torin, he's..." Footsteps, down below. Heavy, too many. Elara's daggers are already out. Too late to run. "You cut, I block," Mira whispers. "They've got something down there. In the basement. It talks." Your gut twists. The wet sound. 3, no, 4 shadows rising up the stairs. Torchlight flicking. Crooked Nose is last. grinning. Found you, little birds. Combat. Roll initiative again.
I roll.
15. Elara's 14. Close enough. Crooked Nose steps into view, blade out. The other three fan behind. One with a whip, one with a mace, one holding a net soaked in something black. Fresh meat, he sneers. Gild'll pay extra for your heart, Raven. Alive. Elara steps in front. Half a second. Daggers crossed. Over my corpse. Your turn. The room's small. Mirrors behind you. Stairs are the only way down. Attack Crooked Nose. He's shielded. Disadvantage. Try the window. 30 feet. Jagged glass, but freedom. Grab Mira. Run past. Risky. They're blocking.
I do it.
Elara's dagger arcs, catches the torchlight, and you spin, blades flashing. You aim not at Crooked Nose, but the Whipman. Disarm his weapon. Make an attack roll.
I roll.
22. You dart low under the mace swing, slash the whip free from his grip. It coiled away. Useless. He snarls, lunges bare-fisted. Elara meets him, blades singing. Crooked Nose charges. Roll to dodge. If you beat 15, you can counter.
I roll.
19. You twist, like wind, and his knife whistles past your ear, clangs off stone. You feel the heat of it, but nothing more. You spin, elbow cracking his nose, blood sprays. He howls. Behind you, the mace man barrels in, swings wide. Elara ducks, stabs his thigh, wet tear. He staggers. Netman throws, black slime flies. You shove Mira down. The net splatters against the wall, hissing like acid. Elara grins. Window? Mira's wide-eyed. I can climb. Crooked Nose wipes blood, spits. You're dead, elf. The deep one hungers. The stone floor trembles. Just once. Something below.
I quickly stab my dagger into his neck, and I say, "You were right. No more evidence." And I pick up the ring, and I pocket it so I could have some leeway for Torin, to let him know that the job is done pretty much. And I quickly grab her and rush outside. But does she have any cuts on her right now, like where blood is exposed?
Make a straight attack roll. No advantage.
I roll.
20. Your dagger finds the perfect gap between collar and jaw. Steel slides home like it was waiting. He gurgles once, deep one, and crumples. You rip the ring off his finger as he falls, slick with blood. Slide it into your pouch next to the trinket. Mira. No cuts, just rope burns on wrists. She's shaking, but fast. You haul her up by one arm. She scrambles like a squirrel. Elara covering your flank. Out the broken window. Glass shatters underfoot. You hit the roof tiles. Roll. Fog swallows the screams behind you. They're escaping. Mira gasps. Basement. It's... Don't let them... But you're already running. 3 shadows, leaping gaps, sliding down the cliff path. Behind, the lighthouse groans. Something slams against the stone from below. Elara grabs Mira's other hand. Torin, where is he? Mira sobs. He never came. Oh, gods. You hit the road. Fog thins. Dawn's still hours off. But you feel it. Watching. Do you run for Torin? Double back. Finish them. Or vanish into the town. Claim the gold. Vanish forever. Your call.
I'll hand Mira the ring, and I'll tell her where her brother told me to meet him. And I say, go there, stay low, stay quiet, and I'll meet you there. And I look at the other rogue. What was her name again? Elara.
You press...
So I look at Elara and I say, we better take care of whatever that is in there, and burn the lighthouse, so that way this won't happen again to another girl.
Elara meets your eyes. Just a heartbeat. You serious? She glances back up at the tower. The base ripples, like something breathing behind stone. But she doesn't hesitate. She pulls a flask from her belt. Black glass, stoppered tight. Rin's gift, distillate of thunderroot. One swing at the base, the whole thing goes up in hellfire. She tosses you a second. You take the east wall, I'll take west. Count to 5, don't miss.
Let's go.
1. Alara sprints, silent, fast, hugs the shadow of the tower. You mirror her, 20 feet apart. The wind dies, the sea stills. 2. A wet tongue against stone. The lighthouse leans, just inches, but you feel it. 3. You uncork. The liquid inside glows sickly green. The smell, sulfur, roses, rot. 4. You rear back, arm like a bowstring. 5. Boom. Elara's flask shatters first. White hot fire races up the stone. Yours follows. Crack. A second bloom. The tower screams. Not wood, not wind. Something. The base explodes outward. Bricks, slime, black tentacles whipping wild. Elara's already moving, grabbing your wrist, dragging you down the cliff. Behind, the lighthouse collapses in on itself, roaring, burning. The sky flashes green once, like the sea just blinks. Then silence. Waves return. Fog rolls back. You're at the docks. Torn, wide-eyed, waiting. Mira barrels into him, sobbing. He looks at you. At Elara. At the ring in his hand. The X you carved. You did it. Elara wipes soot from her cheek. Burn their god too. Hope that counts as overtime. Torin fumbles for the pouch. 20 gold, plus a second. For the fire. And the girl. Mira whispers. They were going to feed me to it. Torin hugs her tighter. Go. Both of you. Get out of Ashen Reach. Guild knows you're marked now. Deep ones too. Elara shrugs, smiles at you. Partners? She holds out her coin. Yours matches. 2 ghosts, 2 X's. Your move, Raven. Stay, go, kiss her back, or vanish alone before sunrise.
I'm not gonna kiss her, but I'm gonna clink my gold sack against hers to kind of solidify our partnership. And I say, quickly, let's grab one of these boats and get out of here.
The sacks clink sharp, metallic, final. Elara grins. Done. You sprint down the pier. Most boats are chained but one. Torrens, small, single mast, sails half furled, weights unlocked. Mira and Torren scramble aboard. Torren already holding rope. Elara vaults over, yanks the bowline free. You push off. Wood groans, then glides. Ashen Reach recedes. Fog swallows the lighthouse, now just a burning silhouette. No shouts, no horns, just the hush of oars, and Mira's quiet tears. Elara leans close, shoulder against yours. First town with a decent bathhouse, I'm buying. The wind picks up. Dawn's edge touches the horizon. Pink, quiet. Behind you, nothing. Ahead, everything. Roll for what?
I say, where's the nearest dock from here? And we need to find some shelter, quick.
Nearest proper port's Crow's Nest, about 5 hours southeast if the wind holds. But if you just need shelter, see that tiny spit of land ahead? Looks abandoned. Old smuggler's cave in the cliff. We can hole up till noon, make sure we're not followed. Elara.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's head there first, just to see if anybody's onto us. But I also want to take a look around. Nobody's following us, and can I still see the lighthouse burning from here?
Make a perception roll.
I roll.
25. Perfect clarity. The lighthouse is gone. Only a faint glow on the horizon now, shrinking to ember. The sea is flat, silver, empty. No sails, no pursuit. The wind is pushing you toward the cove. No engine sound, no paddle splash. And inside the cave, you spot it. A weathered rowboat, already tied to a ring in the rock. Fresh water in the bottom, footprints in the sand, a half-eaten apple core. Someone beat you there. Elara kills the oars. We go silent. If it's cultists, she draws a dagger. Torren hugs Mira tighter. Please don't kill us all. You edge in. Footprints, small, barefoot, and a scent on the wind. Cinnamon, lavender, familiar? From deep in the dark. Hello? Anyone out there? A woman's voice. Soft, lilting, almost amused. Not cultist, not guild, but definitely. Do you answer or creep in, blades first?
Do we still have our invisibility potion on us, or is it worn off already?
It wore off while we were fighting, sorry. The oil's only good for 3 hours. We're on our own now.
I'll tell her. Okay, well you stay back, and I'm gonna go and approach the person, and I'm gonna say, look, we're friends here. I know that you're not a cultist, and I know you're not part of the guild. We need shelter. I have two people outside that are scared, cold, and wet. Will you help us? Or die?
Make it 15. The voice in the dark pauses. Then, you know a lot there's someone I can't see. A figure steps out, tall, barefoot, wrapped in a cloak of grey wool. Moonlight catches silver hair, eyes too old for her face. Elf full-blooded, maybe. She's holding a fishing knife, but it hangs loose. I'm no friend, she says, but I hate both those bastards. She gestures deeper. Couch of driftwood and blankets, fire already crackling low. Come, all of you. No one's following you. Guild's too slow, cult's too wet. But they'll come, eventually.
I go outside. I go outside and grab Torin and his sister, and I say, "Come quick!" And I lead them inside.
You turn, slip back to the boat. Quick, you whisper. Torin helps Mira out, both of them shaking, soaked. You herd them in. The woman, still unnamed, tosses an armful of dry moss on the fire. Sparks bloom. Names, she says, not really asking. Torin blurts. Torin, this is Mira. She nods. Kaelin. Then to you. And you're Raven. Guild outcast. Deep one burner. Hero of the hour, apparently. Ilara stays back a pace. Daggers still out. You know too much. Kaelin smiles. I know what the wind tells. And the wind says you've got about 6 hours before sunrise. And maybe 4 before they send a skiff. She pulls a wineskin, offers it. Warm yourselves, eat, then decide where you vanish to. Mira curls up near the fire, asleep in seconds. Exhaustion, shock, safety. Torin sits heavy. I owe you everything. Ilara leans in your ear. She's clean, but if we stay too long, we're all dead. Outside, the tide hisses. Your call.
I say we should take a short rest here, and I look at the lady, and I say, look, I just came across a couple of coin. I'll give you 5 gold pieces if you could take your boat and take Torin and his sister to safety. Me and her are gonna go our own way. We can't go back. So we're gonna find our own way from here.
Kaelin takes the coins, bites one between her teeth, nods. Deal. She helps Torin and Mira to their feet, both half dreaming, and steers them to her own little cutter, moored just inside the mouth of the cave. No sails, just oars. Quiet as death. Torin turns, eyes wet. We'll find you someday, to pay you back. Then you cuts off. No goodbye. Only water. Ilara is the bird just beautiful, then turns. So, you and me, 2 X's, whole world to lose. She digs in her pouch, pulls out 2 apples, stolen from the cave shelf, and hands you one. First rule, never trust anyone with silver hair. She bites hers. Second rule, always steal breakfast. Outside, dawn creeps pink. Where now, partner?
I look into her eyes, and I say,
Wherever we go together. Because we're the same. Marked,
exactly,
hated.
exactly. But we do need to help people with our skills. I know that we could help people together. Are you with me?
Of course I am. We're already ghosts. Ghosts who can slip through bars, pick locks, save sisters, maybe save a few more. So yeah, let's do it. Let's find the ones like Mira, lost, afraid, forgotten. We won't charge the desperate. We'll rob the rich bastards who put them there. Think of it this way. We're the worst nightmare of every guild boss, every slimy cultist, and the best hope of every girl in a tower. She finishes the apple, licks juice off her thumb. So, partner, where do we start? There's a rumour in Blackroot Mill. A tavern keeper owes the guild, sends girls to work in the mines. 2 already gone. I was heading there when you found me. Up for it? Or did you want to sleep first?
No, we need to get out of here because they're on our trail. So I say let's uh let's go. And is that the job that you posted on the board? Is that what you wanted to stop this person working girls in the mines?
Yeah, that was me. E on the notice. Stands for Ilara. Was going to go alone, but now we can do it together. And with 2 of us, we don't need to break in. We break everything. Grab what you need. We'll walk the tide line till dusk, make 'em think we drowned. Then we turn inland, cut through the marshes, hit Blackroot by nightfall. They won't expect ghosts coming from the wrong side. Ready?
Ready.
Then we
I
go.
take her by the hand.
And we step into the shallows. Salt stings, the rope burns on our wrists, but we don't let go. Waves lick our ankles, erase our tracks. Behind us, nothing. Ahead, marsh grass, then forest, then Blackroot, where some fat man thinks he can sell girls like fish. Not anymore. We start running, light-footed, silent, 2 shadows stitched together at the hand. And somewhere behind the fog, the lighthouse burns out, final ember hissing into the sea. You know what I love most? We're not heroes. We're just the reason heroes don't need to exist.
I agree. I don't like heroes, but I do hate bullies. We should get going. Quick.
Then we vanish. We sprint along the tidline, boots wet, lungs burning, then cut inland where the sand turns to reeds. By noon, the sea is gone behind us. By dusk, we reach Blackroot Mill. Tiny village. 1 road in, 1 tavern, 1 mine. The tavern's called the Broken Pick. Inside, lantern light, smoke, men laughing too loud. The keeper, big beard, tiny eyes, watches the door like a trap. Girls, young, clear plates, look at their shoes. Ilara leans against you. Plan, she whispers. I say we walk in, steal his ledger, burn his stat of girls' contracts, put a knife in his mattress, let him sleep on it. She smiles. Or we do it the long way. Get hired as bar staff, work 3 nights, then gut him from the inside. Either way, he's finished. Your call.
No, we need to move quick. So I'll distract him. You come around from behind. We burn the ledgers. We set these girls free, and then we head for the mines. But we're gonna burn this place to the ground. No more innocents. No more innocent girls getting hurt.
Make a performance roll to draw his eyes.
I roll.
19. You saunter in, hood back, cloak fluttering, half drunk, half dreamy, like you just lost at dice and won at women. Ale, and whatever pretty things you got back there. You slam 3 coppers, fake, stamped yesterday, on the bar. The keeper turns, smirks. You're bold for a wood elf. We don't serve beggars. Behind him, Ilara already slipped out, ghosted through the kitchen. You see her reflection in the polished tankard, knife between teeth, already in the back office. Girls freeze. 1, barely 15, meets your eye. You wink. Keeper growls, reaches, flames, small at first, then The ledger shelf catches. Ink, paper, contracts curling into black snow. He spins. What the fuck? You grab a bottle, smatter on his head. He staggers. Ilara reappears, hair singed, grin wide. Ledger's gone. Girls out back. Keys, too. Told 'em run south. Smoke billows. You both vault the bar. The keeper lunges, mace swinging wild. Ilara ducks, slashes his calf. Deep. Not tonight, fat man. You grab the oil lantern off the wall. One flick. The tavern roars alive. Orange. Hungry. Girls already gone. Shadows scattering into the night. You and Ilara bolt out the back, heat at your heels. The mines loom dark, entrance yawning like a grave. Inside, chains clink. A scream cuts short. Your call. Go in, or let the fire do the rest.
Um.
So,
Yeah, we better
finished.
we better go in just to make sure there's no girls being chained up. It sounds like somebody's in chains, but we gotta hurry. The fire's burning pretty quick.
Make a stealth roll. Smoke helps, but fire doesn't.
I roll.
17. Smoke billows out the tavern door like a dragon waking up. You and Ilara duck under the lintel, heat licking your backs. Inside, a single lantern still burning, barely, casts orange hell on rusted rails, dripping ceiling. The chains clink again, from a side tunnel. You pad forward, Ilara beside you, hand on your wrist. One guard, she mouths. 2 cages. The guard, gilt ring on his thumb, leans against a post, yawning, mace dangling. Behind him, 2 girls, maybe 14, wrists chained to the wall. One's crying silently, the other's staring at you. Ilara moves. You don't even see it. Blade flashes. He drops without a sound. Keys off his belt. Cages open. Girls bolt past you, toward daylight, toward freedom. Ilara grabs a torch from the wall, jams it into the straw. Fire races down the shaft. Wood, coal, rope, all dry as bone. She grabs your hand. Let's not burn alive, proving a point. You sprint, out into cool night, lungs full of soot and victory. Behind, the broken pick collapses, roof caves, flames roaring. The girls are gone, no screams left. Just you, Ilara, and the dark. Next town, she asks. Your move.
Yeah, let's hurry up and get out of here. And I grab her by the hand, and I lead her to the boat. And while we're on the water, I say, you know, I've been alone most of my life, and it's been nice having somebody to keep me company.
Yeah, me too. All those nights in alleys, picking pockets just to feel someone else's warmth. Never thought I'd get this. Someone who gets why I fight, why I don't run. You know what? First town with a real bed. I'm not letting go of your hand.
I look her in the eyes, and I lean in just a little bit closer, 90 degrees.
You can lean the other 9. I'm right here.
I kiss her.
We've got nowhere to go. And everywhere. Row with me?
Yeah, and I start rowing. Okay, dungeon master. Thank you. You can stop. All right,
Oh,
folks. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And bye. Say bye, dungeon master.